it's finally time. The match is starting. Hitman versus ToD. ToD has defeated Neutron without many problems at all in the round of 16. Then we had to wait a little bit for this game as Hitman didn't have the time on a Sunday. ToD was a real bro, postponed the game to today, and he's ready. Hopefully ready for this. He needs to be ready. He has to show his absolute A game. ToD for No Limit Gaming. He is crushing the ESL Meisterschaft. Hasn't dropped a single map in the competition, but now he's up against the man who's been dominating the DreamHack America 6 times, and that is Hitman. For the very first time since we have the global interregional finals, he's gracing us with his presence and is showing the real LA LoL skills on the W3Champions finals. Let's see, one of these two warriors will join the round of 8 for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're fighting for $5,300 here, and this is the most anticipated match in a long time. So without further ado, let's kick this off. This is so hard to predict. We never saw this, right, in a tournament, or not in the past month, maybe even years. So yeah, who's gonna win this? We don't know. If ToD brings his A game, which he absolutely has to, he has a decent shot, and then we'll see how good is Hitman really versus Human. Of course, his big foe in the Americas is always Cruncher, is always the Human. So his matchup against this race should be pretty good.
You know, do more homework than just for ToD, let's say, if he wants to make it deep in this tournament. And he is going for the level 2 creep route. He went for the Grunt into Headhunter opener, which just makes this creeping easier. So he's going to get the Chain Lightning. Then he's going to go across, but ToD's doing a nice creep route to sort of counter this in a way. He's given some space, so he's just going to take it and creep as much as he can with these, you know, extra 30 seconds he has.
And what a wonderful item to start with for ToD. Potion of Greater Mana. Lots more Water Elementals can wreak havoc in the Orc base if he ever gets there and isn't too busy fighting the Headhunters in the middle of the map.
Yeah, for sure, and he can give that later on to something, which could also be great. Gets a Gauntlets, a little bit more tankiness, whatever, maybe not such a rip Archmage like his icon would suggest at this point. Illusions for Hitman, going to be nice for scouting, and ToD getting closer to level 3. If he can get this whole Murloc camp, then he can call Militia, excuse me, and creep the green to the bottom of his base. That's level 3 already, so this could go really well if ToD can get all the last hits. The Chain Lightning, gonna deny that? That was last hit. Yeah, that was Hitman getting that, so gonna be tough to get level 3 now.
Hitman also with the super sick deny on the Wolf. That wasn't easy at all. Both of these guys really, really good in taking experience away from their opponent. ToD, of course, one of the best in Europe. Hitman one of the best in the Americas region. Here we go. Deny by ToD. Both really, really focused on that part of the game.
All right, Headhunter taking quite a bit of damage, but it's going to get away. The Grunt continues to scout. The Archmage, 50%. Lightning Shield is actually nice if you can get level 3, because you can Lightning Shield the Water Elemental, and then you can stop the repair completely. But the Footmen are still pretty healthy, which is nice, and I imagine Defend is on the way. Yeah, 50% done. So the Footmen, if they manage to stay healthy the whole time until Defend is finished, then ToD's going to be in a decent position.
Couple of Headhunters also hurt. Defend, as you say, is getting there. And ToD is going for the aggression. Mind you, he still has that Greater Mana Potion. Not the powerful level 2 Water Elementals yet, but he's buying a good amount of time, saving a good amount of Footmen as well. And the tech is progressing soon. Defend ready now. Is ToD feeling ready to fight?
Not the best items to fight with. And by the way, no Blacksmith, so ToD will go for Double Sanctum. Probably going to go for a Panda at tier 2. That tends to be what he prefers nowadays. And Hitman with that grunt he built earlier, is going to be able to pressure the defended footman. Hitman's actually building quite a few headhunters. This tends to suggest that he wants to go tier 3 Shadow Hunter second. I wouldn't expect a TC second from Hitman here, but we'll see. So both players kind of showing their cards early on tier 1 as to what they're going to do later in the game.
It feels like ToD needs a little bit of healing on his Archmage. Always dangerous if you face a Shadow Hunter Hex, or if you face Breath of Fire early, or if you face Stomp early. Want to be a little more healthy here. Still, big potential for damage in ToD's inventory with the Greater Mana and the Lightning Shield. Gotta be careful here for more last hits. We've seen this before. Still no level 3, and that is just game.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I don't think it was over. I don't think he was necessarily even that behind. His Archmage was low. He wasn't going to get that camp, but he should never really get that camp to begin with. I mean, he couldn't get level 3. That was a difficult thing, but it's not as though Hitman was level 3. He could get the Panda or the Mountain King. I don't think he was that behind, Neo.
It was a rough situation with the Archmage so low and the pressure so high on him with the Farseer there at the creep spot immediately. Maybe he had no shop. I didn't really see that. Then there would be no way to heal him up at all.
Yeah, he did have no shop. I don't know if he forgot it or if he was just going to build it a little bit later. But I suppose what would have happened there is ToD had to give up the marketplace. Then Hitman, with the 6 headhunters and the grunt he has, would have taken it, gotten level 3. Probably ran to the main base of ToD and denied the shop that was forgotten, like you mentioned. And then the Archmage is level 2, low. The defend doesn't really get any value, and Hitman just gets a free ride to tier 3 with a high-level Farseer. So I suppose if he gives up that marketplace, it's going to be very difficult for ToD, yeah.
Rough start into the series. Was Northern Isles his map or Hitman's map? Do we know that?
I'm not too sure.
We have an admin sheet that links this, that tells us this. Admin sheet, boom. Too sure if we entered this here. Update 2. Top. Oh, that was the other map. 4. Okay, Hitman's map was Northern Isles. ToD's map is Tidehunters, so maybe it's the good old, okay, I give you the win on your map. I'm gonna be back with a vengeance on my map.
True. And hopefully he doesn't get too many, anchor hits? Hurl anchor, something like that on his militia. I know ToD not the biggest fan of that Sea Giant camp, so, if everything goes well, if he gets some nice items this time around, of course the items were not the best. The Greater Mana didn't really see a lot of value, at least maybe a Greater Heal could have found more value on Northern Isles. So if he can get the claws to start us off, maybe go to the marketplace, get another set of claws, and then that pressure with the defend can actually work out. Maybe that's what ToD needs.
All right, hope he can reset his mind a little bit and start fresh into map number 2. His map then. Tidehunters, here we go. MMR-wise, they are a little bit apart from each other. 150 advantage for Hitman, but Hitman, as far as I know at the moment, number 1 on the ladder, even above Hitman, above Happy, which is freaking crazy, and also number 4 in the world according to the ELO ranking. This man, an absolute grinder, and also very talented, man. He had got the right mentality most of the times. Let's see if ToD can turn this around and bring this to game 3, or if Hitman will face Chemico next Saturday.
I didn't actually realize that Hitman was number 4 in the world on the War 3 info ELO right now, because last time I remember joking when he got above Focus a couple of months ago. I was like, hey, you're better than Focus, apparently. And he thought that was funny, but he'll never be above Lin, I don't think. So, at least we can give some credence to this ranking until he's above Lin, and then everyone knows that's ridiculous.
Only in your heart, right? In your heart, he's always above Lin.
Well, he's at least the American Lin, but I don't know if anyone would actually say that he's above Lin. I think Lin is transcended Orc at this point. He's too good to even just be simply an Orc player. He's like Moon in that regard.
Yeah, he can play that race pretty well, gotta be honest. It's pretty impressive what he does. It's also pretty impressive what Hitman brings to the table here. pretty early for him, eh? Is it like 10-hour difference now?
It's 2 p.m. for him right
So
now.
usually time for him to go to bed.
Yeah, go to bed or just wake up like he had today. One or the other a lot of the time. I do think he was up pretty late last night because I went to bed at like 3 a.m. and he was still playing at ladder, I think. And also Lynn was streaming last night, so we were both watching Lynn stream, but that was really late as well.
The real grind is watching the Doyu streams as well. It isn't enough to watch all the Twitch streams all the time and discuss games in the Discords. No, we have to catch the Doyu streams as well. Nerds.
Absolute nerds. Yeah, that is that's true. That is true. We message each other at 2 a.m. Hey, you see this new strat that Miko did? It's like we don't even play human, bro.
All right, let's see if ToD can bring a better game or a longer game this time. We got a tech already coming. Headhunters a little later this time. In general, everything a little later this time. Good deny by ToD once again. And Faster harass continues. And the wolves are in the main checking things out. Is there a tower or not? And there isn't yet.
Yeah, looks like a 3 farm without tower tech, which means the wolves could find more value, but Hitman doesn't actually have his grunt yet, or his first headhunter yet, because he went for the fast tech. It is actually a 1 grunt into headhunters again, but with a fast tech, kind of almost an old school at this point approach, maybe a 6-month-old approach. The insta tech from ORC used to be the old staple, was the old standard for a while there, but Hitman using it just so he can pressure with the Farseer, knows that ToD isn't going to be able to power creep up too high, and 2 footmen already getting slowed and taking a ton of damage. That's kind of rough.
Oh boy. Can he save them? With a block of the water elemental maybe. Wolves are of course always hungry. One can be saved, the other can't. Leave me behind, it's all good for the greater good. Water elemental, oh, might become his buddy there. No, expires, can't deny. And that's another kill right here. ToD moves to the middle. It's not that easy with only 1 footman and the water elemental as Hitman finds him immediately.
Yeah, and the turtles within last hit range. Okay, ToD will get it, but the damage of the Archmage again. Shades of Northern Isles, and the gauntlets will probably eventually go to Hitman. There is a bunch of idle peasants in the main base right now. He did creep another green camp with the militia at the same time, but he's no closer to level 3 than he seemed to be a minute ago. He's going to need another full camp, even more than a full green camp ToD at this point to get level 3. This is maybe looking even rougher than Northern Isles.
It does. Trying to find his luck in aggression now. Level 2.5 Archmage coming your way. Maybe in time to cancel something. Does he have mana? He has. Not willing to go for anything though.
Yeah, he might have been able to get the Spirit Lodge if he had like map hack on or something. I suppose he could have hit the perfect timing, but with him not being able to see the map, it's really, really risky for him to go in there. You don't know, for instance, is there a Shadow Hunter second? Will the Torn Chieftain come out as soon as you get there, skill stomp, and just kill you? So I think it was the wiser choice for ToD. He's going to try to now finally get level 3, but really, he's not going to get any value out of the level 2 water elementals before there's shamans out.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. Once he got his big goal, there's a counter to what this goal accomplishes. 5 seconds till keep. Is this enough for it's not enough for 3, right?
Ooh, yeah, 2 wolves away, or the remainder of that turtle camp in the middle that he never finished, I suppose. So the creep route was accurate, or if he had just gotten the entire expansion earlier when those footmen got slowed. The creep route was fine, but just the Hitman's harass denied the level 3, but now he'll get it, the Panda as well, and Double Sanctum on the way. This was the plan for ToD last game. It just didn't entirely work out, but ToD's going to stick it out a while longer this game at least.
And he made it to the marketplace. Nothing really to trade at the moment. Farseer finds him. No, doesn't. I thought Hitman would go right now. Okay, but the rest of the army is fighting him. But he got Aura first. Invo Potion on the ground. Okay, can he block enough? Breath of Fire. Farseer's coming in as well. Immediately goes for the Archmage.
Yeah, ToD was kind of stuck there for a second. Now the Panda's getting surrounded, but uses the Potion of Invulnerability, and at least ToD gets out of there without losing too much. But is there a shop? Because there is the shop up back at home, and Priests on the way. So if ToD can get out of here and heal everything up without losing, say, too much to the next Chain Lightning that's coming out, this won't be a terrible position. The expansion's coming up for Hitman and ToD. really gonna struggle to find that cancel. There's no way I think he gets this cancel with just a Panda here.
He does good damage on it, but shouldn't really commit the Panda to it. Trying to start a step, but he has also Purge ready to slow the Panda down. And now he has a little bit of an issue getting out of there alive. But maybe that is by choice to open up the timing for the Archmage. Real smart play.
Yeah, he's going to get the cancel now. Worth noting, this Water Elemental or a Footman, or actually he gets level 2 rather off the Panda kill, so now there is Stomp and a lot of Footman. I think maybe a Town Portal could have been used there, but 3 Footmen and a Panda, is that worth the cost? I think if not, there was really no way to stop that expansion for ToD. He had to sacrifice something. That's why it was a good timing for Hitman to go for the expansion. But ToD definitely has to run back and consolidate for the next, say, 2 minutes now, if he's given that space by Hitman.
Silver lining for ToD, killing that expansion also keeps Hitman's supply blocked. He never built a burrow behind it. So he can't build anything. Of course, he can go for upgrades. We're still waiting for the Shaman upgrade, which is 2/3 done. And that's exactly what he does from the Rags, from the Beastery. And the burrow is coming as well. So good usage of resources, good timings for Hitman. But not the full force orc yet.
Yeah, first breaker's coming out. Panda almost level 2. And with the Haze Fire combination, that becomes quite strong. But Hitman going into the main base and still no Arcane Tower. Even just having that there to poke away at the Farseer can make this a little bit more daunting for Hitman to just continuously run in. But a lot of Militia are going to go down. That Wind Rider, the Headhunter, is now helping out a ton against the heavy armor. And the slow is kind of trapping Hitman here, but he does have a speed scroll to get out. And he's definitely strong enough just to fight. That's a massive stomp. I just don't know if ToD can win this fight any longer.
Oh boy, he's not having a real supply lead. No, Sorks are down as well. Nothing really except Water Elementals against this Wind Rider, which is doing tons and tons on tons of damage. Focusing on the TC quite a lot to just get him out of there. Chain Lightning is getting a triple kill at level 3. This TC doesn't have to worry about anything.
Interesting Town Portal. I feel like Hitman could have just speed scrolled away, but he gets the Torn Chieftain away and steals away the heal scroll, push on vulnerability. That's a super high level play from Hitman there. Just purposefully getting his TC out of the TP range, but still the expansion is a bit exposed. There's a Water Elemental and everything's still kind of slowed. If ToD can get this cancel and Town Portal away, yes, he just lost a lot, but at least he's going to deny the expansion again. This might be possible.
Okay, let's see. There's no Purge actually. We do have more Breath of Fire, but we also have Storm. Doesn't hit the Panda, does hit the big Water Elemental, and here's the Purge. He gets rid of it. But alright, Expo cancelled again.
And there's priests here that can heal up. I think ToD should try to kite away the Torn Chieftain. Not really a risk of falling because there's a lot of consumables to save him. So ToD gonna lose another priest. He's definitely got to get out of here now. But the Panda might be the trade. I think ToD should have just Town Portaled immediately there. Now the level 2 Panda's going to go down, and there's no way to save it. And these are all trades probably Hitman's willing to make before the Panda and the 3 Footmen for the expansion. Now the Priest and the level 2 Panda for the expansion. These are all favoring Hitman.
Yeah, it almost feels like he's using the expansion as bait.
Yeah, for sure. No matter what, he's ahead. If it gets up, he's ahead. If it doesn't, but ToD trades a bunch of units, and the hero that is supposed to be the carry that needs to be creeping for the expansion, it's all gravy for Hitman. He doesn't mind any of this.
Full shop control, as so often. Heal scroll, invo potion. This game, though, a lot more competitive than the one on Northern Isles. ToD fighting. Reinforced defenses now. No tower on that Expo still. Long distance mining already. There's a little bit of min-maxing. Maybe that can afford that next speed scroll, which will wreak havoc over the human army.
Yeah, there's so much creeping still to be done, but the issue becomes if ToD decides to get the whole bottom of the map, the expansion mines away, and then Hitman gets a huge supply advantage. But still, I mean, if it gets into a creeping war, that Panda can definitely get level 3, level 4. The Archmage can definitely get level 4 as well. And ToD can get some nice items. Maybe that is the way back, because it's going to be another, couple minutes before this expansion's fully paid for itself, fully online, fully given an advantage to Hitman. So ToD has to get some creeping done.
Yeah, he can't really go to the expansion again. Hitman is just blocking the way. He says, hey man, you're not creeping under my watch. So many purges thrown onto that Archmage. Even Muddy is helping ToD now. Of course, affiliate of the stream.
Okay, the supply is even though. And I do think in this situation, despite the hero advantage for Hitman, I think ToD has just the stronger army overall. That's why ORC goes for the expansion, because they want a supply advantage to combat the Double Sanctum army of the humans. So, you know, if Hitman overcommits here, ToD might be in an advantage. But the Purge is just slowly getting damage done, one unit after the next. If the Kodo can eat, that's going to be even more value, and maybe the Purge and the Stomp now.
Where's the Rock Column going? What the hell?
Wait, what? I didn't even
left?
notice. I thought he certainly killed it.
Oh
Mask.
My god. Did he get the kill? I think he did.
Yeah,
what a freaking troll.
All right. So Town Portal forced, Sorceress went down. Did the Kodo eat? No, neither Kodo ate. So Hitman gets a couple units and gets out of there. The expansion now mining, but this gives ToD the opportunity to maybe do some counter pressure and maybe get the fight that he wants. He still needs Panda level 3 though. That's a real problem.
I don't think he can get it. He feels forced to do something now before the expansion has really paid off. Has control magic, has priest adept, has invis. Tower is up now too. And Kodo, hungry. Nice dodge by ToD.
Triple heal scroll, by the way. My god, I'm just realizing this now. I was like, where's the army advantage for Hitman? Well, now it's a 4 supply advantage and triple heal scroll. This Panda's not going to do a ton.
Oh, Wyvern saved by that first heal scroll. Very, very last second. Good execution by Hitman. And finally he gets the first breaker and maybe the second one as well. Yep, nice snack.
Yeah, the third Kodo comes in as well. Oh my god. Yeah, I love that the Hitman's also, he's getting ahead of the breaker. At least he did that with the second Kodo. And then devouring, so there's no chance of a dodge for ToD without going further into the army. And yes, a lot's getting low for Hitman. Yes, he's used 2 heal scrolls, but the tower is really good. And this Stomp might force the potion. Surprised ToD didn't go for it, but the Invis is quite nice. But look at the heroes for Hitman now.
Yeah, very, very strong. 4-3. Panda still not doing too much. 2 grunts about to fall. But Lightning Shield TC into the casters, and that Stomp is absolutely perfect. Chain Lightning, another Lightning Shield. It's just mass murder. Panda wants to follow it up, but he's just so weak in comparison to the AoE of Hitman. Brutal. What a perfect ending for the Orc almost. Archmage in trouble. Chain Lightning past the heal scroll. Nicely done. But maybe he has to sacrifice that. Here, double stop. Oh no. Oh, what a disaster. Panda down. And I think the Archmage will follow. Double kill. Well played. Good luck. Next, Hitman gonna represent NA in the W3Champions round of 8.
Yeah, it was definitely very well played from Hitman. Game 1, of course, a little bit underwhelming, but Game 2, just a pretty good execution from Hitman. No matter what happened, he has the game put in a situation where ToD has to react somehow, but any way he reacts, he's always going to be behind. You know, if he goes for a counter expansion, Hitman's going to hit a strong timing with the supply advantage. If he tries to cancel the expansion, we see him losing units. If he lets the expansion get up, he's just behind economically like he was at the end against 3 heal scrolls and still a supply disadvantage. There's just no real way to get ahead without every stage of the game going perfectly for ToD, and that's why Hitman is a really good player.
He is a very good player indeed. But I want to give a shout out to ToD. He could have gotten the death win. I would have given him the death win, but he said, no, we will play this for the people, for the viewers. And we did today with the not so optimal result for him. Put on a good fight on map 2. And yeah, was the only player with the webcam here. So shout out to ToD for playing this and initially accepting his spot in the top 16. Hopefully we see him back in season 9 or at the caster desk with us. But yeah, Hitman versus Chemico, that is pretty hype.
Yeah, that's well, that is the best human in the world currently. So Hitman, we'll see how good he actually is at this matchup when he has to play the top dog, the player that ToD is probably watching replays to learn from is now Hitman's next opponent, the player that we all watch replays to learn from, I should say. You know, the Lin of his race, the Moon of his race, the Happy 120 of his race. So Chaemiko is a tough opponent. Not the toughest in this bracket, though. I mean, I think Hitman would prefer to play Chaemiko over, say, a Moon, a Laliat, maybe even a Foggy. So, I think Hitman won't be too disappointed having to play Chaemiko.
That bracket is pretty hot, and it's of course from this stage on double elim. The play-ins are over. We're going into the play-offs from Friday on. Foggy versus Sock, Focus versus Lawlight, Moon versus Fortitude, and Chaemiko versus Hitman. 3-day Warcraft 3 extravaganza, everybody, starting Friday.
Very exciting. And the matches have been so good so far, but we barely even started. This is just the qualifier. This might as well have just been a qualifier for the quality of players that we now have. It was sad to see, a few names go, of course, that we could have seen, like you mentioned before, in semifinals. Players like Johnny Cage, we could have seen there. But still, these 8 players, some of the best of the best of the best.
Hitman's in chat. GG's. Thanks, ToD, for postponing.
Right on.
Right on, indeed. We got a couple of subs here. Young Martese, 19-month. Let's go Hitman. Colin for life, 19-month. Mini Gumbo, 58-month. Teggy, 26-month. Swallow with a 15-month resub. Be Bygone with the gifted sub. Flashless with the sub. You guys were very, very, very lovely today. So, we have an almost perfect race distribution, right?
Well, almost.
Warcraft 3 is a 3-race game. We all know that. No, but it's gonna be pretty cool having 3 human in Sock, Fortitude, and Chaemiko, 3 Night Elves in Moon, Lawlight, and Foggy, and 2 Orcs in Focus and Hitman. Good balance between the 3 races here. Gonna be great.
Yeah, an opportunity for any race to make it to the semifinals and the grand finals of the 3 that we have. And, people have a tendency to complain about Undead more than any other race. So we'll see. We'll see, chat. What do you guys like it without Undead that much? We'll see. Or we're going to have people go to the other side of the tracks now. Where are the Undeads? Come on. Undead's so weak now. Maybe we'll have that little flip-flop. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to be... You have to really look at I feel like the players themselves, the names, the history, their play styles more than you do the races. I think these guys could be playing any races, historically, and we would still look at them the same way. We'd still look at Chaemiko as, the mechanical player that he is, Moon, the brilliant tactical player, Hitman, the grinder. No matter what race they were playing, it would still be the same storylines. It's just, what units do they build when they're finally in-game? That's the only difference.
Loving it, and absolutely love the tournament thus far. We had this banger of a game between Hawk and Lawlight as the standout match. We had a super wholesome show match between Flutchfinger and Link from the Gym Discord. We had a beyond epic FFA, and we're gonna have more action here in the W3Champions finals. You can support this. We are at $5,360 at the moment. Mr. or Mrs. Treco just bought a Back to Warcraft profile picture. Damn, you're damn cool. Majestic put in the 20 here. Wonderful. Custom, thank you for another Back to Warcraft profile picture. Palindro, $10 contribution. You guys are absolutely lovely, and we have more stretch goals here. The Carson Trivia Quiz number 2 is coming your home screens this weekend if we get $400 more in it. If we make it to 6K, Governor puts in another $250 as well. So you guys have a couple of jobs to do. Also here on the right-hand side, Twitter quests that add 15 or 20 cents to the prize pool for basically just a click. And of course, you guys can win as well, as we have a Gleam Up in cooperation with our wonderful partners of CORSAIR, the Season 8 giveaway. You can win one of 5 prizes because this tournament lasts 5 days, and for 5 days we got 5 prizes. 1 CORSAIR HS80 wireless premium gaming headset. Little jealous of the winner because that is an updated version of what Carson and I are using currently. The keyboard that I use, the Corsair K95 Platinum XT mechanical keyboard, I chose that because I know it's really good. And 3 times the Corsair Saber wireless mouse. Cut the cord, people. It's 2021. We need 10k at least total entries. You got 7 days left. Get your asses in here. Just a couple of links, just a couple of Twitter channels to follow, a couple of home pages to look at, and then you're in and might win one of these 5 fine prizes.
Very exciting. Very exciting. I mean, it's all free. Just go do the stuff it tells you to do and get some free stuff, and it's all really, really good. It legitimately is. I mean, every piece of Corsair gear is as good as what I used previously because it's top tier stuff. So I mean, enter the giveaway. You can maybe you can even sell it if you win it if you don't want it.
What? No, you're not. Carson, speaking of top tier, where can people find top tier entertainment in maybe around about 2.5 hours?
Right back here, the same channel, because I'm gonna be back with the America's ESL Cup in 2.5 hours exactly. 150 minutes, guys. Start counting the minutes, start counting the seconds, and we'll see you here because we might see some more Hitman, we might see some more ToD, and we might even see some more. I would be surprised to not see Sock sign up as well, like he did for Europe, and that's one of my favorite players. I know it's one of a lot of viewers' favorite players, so we'll probably see some Korean names tonight, I think.
Damn, that's gonna be hot. I'll be watching, and wish you good luck. Have fun, Carson. Thank you very much for joining. Have a good stream later.